I wrote a book. I'm officially a published author. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not posted on here in months and months. And there's quite a few good reasons for that. And one of the reasons is because I've just been very busy writing and creating a book. But you'll be glad to hear that I have been filming the process. So this vlog is going to basically take you through the whole process of writing this book. Now, before I dive into the vlog, I didn't start filming this until about November last year. I didn't film from the beginning, partly because I didn't really believe it was happening, partly because there wasn't like too much to actually film. So I just want to catch you up before we get into the vlog to let you know kind of everything from the beginning. On the 23rd of March, I received an email which quite honestly I thought was a spam email. I get spammy emails a lot, especially about content creation and stuff. And it basically said, "Dear Millie, I would like to commission a practical book on modern lettering and calligraphy and wondered if you'd be interested in writing it for us. I've seen your beautiful work online and noticed that you run workshops and have a strong social media following." And then it kind of goes into saying about the publisher and what they were looking for. At first I was a bit surprised, but I did a little bit of research and it turns out it was legit. However, I thought maybe it was a blanket email that they'd sent out to lots of different calligraphers, so kind of just went back to find out more details basically. They explained to me that they hadn't asked anyone else, which surprised me even more. I was explained about things like the advance and contract and the rough process, and it just sounded completely wild to me. I honestly had never thought about even writing a book. I obviously teach a lot. I consider doing something like more of a workbook, but this is very much a theory-based book. There's a lot of words in it. And originally they'd asked me to write quite a big book, and I just didn't know if it was feasible. So we went back and forth on information a lot. At the time I was also having some business coaching with Alice Benham, and if you don't know her, she actually became a published author this year as well. So she was kind of going through a similar process to me at the time, but she was a little bit further ahead. And after chatting with her, I realised that it's just a really good marketing opportunity. It's honestly a lot of work and not great pay. I'm going to be straight with you there. I'm not gonna be a millionaire from this, but I just thought saying that I'm a published author would be like great for marketing, great for business, and I'm always up for a challenge, so I decided to take it. So if we go fast forward a bit, so we went back and forward quite a lot just on the contract and everything that needs to be done. I had to do a synopsis as well, which gave a rough idea of what the book would be like, and they needed to approve that before the contract went ahead, and that all happened, and I think this happened around May. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so I got sent my contract in May, so that was a good couple of months after they contacted me initially, and then basically I was left to write it. They'd initially given me a whole year, but I asked if we could do it in a shorter time, so I was given 6 months. My deadline was the 8th of January. Also at the time, I had agreed to create a huge event called the Calligraphy Collective with my friend Sophie. So basically I just took on 2 enormous projects at the same time, and I figured it would be all right. You'll see in this vlog that I was close to burnout on quite a few times. So I kind of didn't really do much with it until it got to August, and then I got contacted asking if I could just send a sample chapter over. It didn't need to be finished, it was just to double check my writing style. Naturally I hadn't done anything, so I had a little panic and sent over an initial chapter, and they were really pleased with it. So I was kind of left to it from there. I dipped in and out of it every so often in September and October. I actually went to Paris and then Amsterdam then Paris, and I had like a 4 or 5 hour train journey, so I did do some writing on the train there. And then that takes us up to the beginning of where I actually started filming. I didn't start from the beginning because it didn't feel real. and I didn't really know what to document, but when I started really getting into it, I realised that this was huge from a work capacity perspective, but also like from an opportunity perspective, and just something not many people get to do. So I wanted to document the process. So that's what the rest of this vlog is. So grab yourself a cuppa and enjoy seeing the mildly chaotic process of writing, creating, doing a bit of everything for this book. Hi guys, so today is Monday the 20th of November and I have booked out today to crack on with my book. I have just over a month to get it all done. I really need to get it written so I can start doing all the photos. I've had this for a while now. I have done probably about a fifth of the book so far, so that's not too bad. I haven't properly dedicated time to it, and today is all about dedicating that time. So we're going to sit down, write the book, reward myself for doing little parts of the book. First part is writing 1,000 to 2,000 words, and then I'm going to make myself breakfast, and then we're going to write a few more words, and then I'll take Raven out. Or I might just get into a massive hyperfixation, forget to eat, forget to go to the toilet, and smash out the whole book. So we'll see how that goes. I just need to crack on and do it. There's not really going to be much to film because I'm just going to be sat here typing. But what I will show you is what I've done so far actually, just so you can see the kind of behind the scenes of how it works. So I originally wrote a synopsis, which we've got here, and this is an overview of the book. I am tempted to kind of tweak this a little bit, which is totally fine. It is a working synopsis, and I've got some project ideas there. And then this is the book so far. So I've got to lay it out really clearly for the editor and designer, although potentially that designer might be me. So clearly showing where the images are. The frustrating thing is I have to put like illustration 1.2, 1.3 to show where they go, but then I put right at the end, well, it technically needs to be in a separate document, the actual captions for these. So I'm really struggling kind of jumping back and forward. So I think I might just put them straight into here, and then once that's all done I'll copy and paste them out into a separate document because it's a bit hard to jump back and forwards. So yeah, I've done chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, so that I've done quite a few little bits. I just need to crack on and do the rest basically. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on finishing off, basically bulking out what I've already done and adding some new chapters in. I've just hit 5,000 words. I realised that I did have some words written in a Word document from when I was working on the train between Amsterdam and Paris. I didn't have any internet connection. Because I'm using Google Docs, I didn't want to risk typing in there and losing it. So I've copied all of that in. We've been writing some more text and we're at 5,000 words. So I'm gonna go treat myself to some breakfast. It is Friday the 24th of November today. I have full intentions of bringing you along today for a whole day of book writing, and I just got really into it and it completely slipped my mind. So I spent this morning just cracking on with the book. I have written about half of it now, which I'm really happy with. I reckon I can get most of it finished by this weekend. I'm basically not making it perfect. I just want to get the content in so I know what pictures I need to create, and then I can create a plan for that, because that's going to be really time consuming and I need to be at home to do that, whereas the kind of writing of the book I can do on the move wherever I am. So I probably will be working a little bit on it over Christmas, but that's totally okay. Partly my fault for leaving it too late. Yeah, so I did that this morning. I then went to a cafe with my friend Jo for co-working, and I planned to do some more there, but it was just really loud in the cafe, really busy and just really noisy. So I ended up doing some design work instead, just because I just couldn't focus on writing words. My battery died. Yeah, I've just been doing some housework bits, just kind of chilling out after a full day. Gonna cook some dinner with the baby one, and then I am going to get back on it this evening. I know how to party. on a Friday night. I'm gonna sit in my PJs, already in them, and we're gonna write a book. One thing that I kind of did do today actually is I have introduced a new chapter. So when I first agreed to this book, I had to write a synopsis, but it's a changeable synopsis, so if I feel like it needs to adapt at any point, I can, as long as it obviously doesn't completely change the book. And we were a little bit unsure with the last chapter, and the whole focus of this book for me is to make calligraphy as colourful as possible. A lot of calligraphy books out there obviously focus on teaching calligraphy but don't really talk about colour that much. They mainly use black ink, and I just want to inject a little bit of colour into people's lives. And I realised there wasn't really anything about colour. All the pictures are going to be colourful, the whole book will be colourful, but there wasn't anything about colour itself. So I've added a whole chapter in. I emailed my contact at my publisher today just to let her know, so hopefully it'll be okay because I have written the chapter, so we'll see what she says. I had a couple of other questions in regards to photos and things like that too, so we'll see what her response is. I think it's going okay. A little bit nervous about how long I got left in terms of creating photos. It is a first draft, so I guess if there's any photos that aren't quite right, then I may be able to redo them, but this whole book process is totally new to me, so I obviously want to try and get it as finished as possible. Well, it needs to be finished, but just without having many amends afterwards, so we will see. Good morning, guys. It is quite early in the morning. It's 6:20 in the morning, and it's Tuesday the 28th of November. I haven't done any of the book for a couple of days. I really hope to get a lot done on Sunday, but I had some other work I needed to do, so I'm up early today to try and get the last leg done so I can start on doing photos tomorrow morning. You can hear my voice that I'm still tired. I'm still waking up. I've got a cup of tea and we're gonna crack on with the book. I need to unpack my bag. Today is an exciting day. It's Wednesday 29th of November and we are going to start shooting photos for the book. I've written the base of the book now. I still need to create a few more projects towards the end, but those kind of work with the pictures, so it might be that I do the pictures first and then I do the write-up. I'm going to start shooting the rest of the photos in the book. I am just getting together a spreadsheet to help me just kind of be organised, because there's going to be like 120 photos, maybe more, that I need to shoot for this book. So I just want to keep track of what I've done, what needs to be done, what stage I'm at with each one, and how I'm creating them as well, because some of them are going to be digitally created on my iPad, and then some are things I need to prepare and then photograph. So currently I'm just going through the book I have written so far, and we've got the captions in red, so that's quite handy so I can quickly see where they are. And then here I'm just writing a description of what I need to do for each picture, because the caption is kind of more lengthy describing, so this is a bit more short, exactly what it needs to be. We've got a little drop down, whether it's digital photo or pro photo, so the larger photos are going to be like professionally shot. And then we've got a prepared column, so if there's anything that I need to create before photographing it, that's this column. Photo taken will go here, and then photo edited, and then like a completed thing. I guess that kind of comes hand in hand with the editing, but just to make sure it's like the right name and all that jazz. I've also got a notes section here on stuff that I need to buy for particular photos. But yeah, I'm just going to finish creating that list and then we're going to start photographing. I need to set up this room for photography. It gets quite sunny in the day when it's a sunny day, which is obviously not ideal because then the light can change, and then it's also November right now, which means it gets dark at like 3. So I need to set up my room in a way that the photos will always be consistent no matter when I'm shooting them. So I need to get my photography lights out, sort out this desk next to me, as that's where I'll be creating most of the photos. I don't know whether to kind of like prepare stuff as I'm taking photos or whether I kind of like prepare a load of stuff and then take photos. I'm trying to figure that out still. I think it'd be better to like batch, so prepare stuff and then take photos. But my concern is that if I then go to take the photo and I don't like how it looks, then I'm having to redo it anyway. So it might just be better to prepare and take a photo. We will see. Okay, so I have finished creating that list and just having a look at it now. There are some things that don't really need preparing. Either they'll be like super quick for me to prepare so I can just do it well. I've got the photography set up, things like showing how the tines open on a dip pen, for example. So I'm going to focus on those bits today. And then there are things that I definitely need to sit down and prepare. So I've got examples further on in the book where it's like more lengthy quotes and how colour is used with them. So I need to really kind of create those before taking the photos. So today we're just going to try and smash through as many photos as possible, get all the quick ones out the way and see how we get on. I do have a bit of content creation work I need to do later as well, and I need to take this little one, can't really see her because she's blending in. I need to take her for a walk at some point. It's currently 5 to 11. I'm going to go make myself a coffee. I don't have coffee very often, but I feel like I just need it to help me focus a little bit, and then I'll drink that while getting this table ready for some photos. Okay, so we've got the photography set up. We've got two soft photo lights and they're pointing down to this area. I've got my phone tripod, so if I'm doing any overhead shots it's quite easy just to like hold it, and then I think I actually might use the timer so this doesn't wobble. And then here I've got lots of different colour card just to like make it feel a little bit different throughout the book. This is going to be the photography area. I've also got my blinds closed so no natural light comes in, and this means that I can try and make the photos as consistent as possible no matter what time of day I'm shooting. I'm just going to finish off my coffee and cake and just double check all of the documents I've been sent through from the publisher for tips on photography and things like that, just to make sure that there's nothing I'm missing, and then we're just going to get started. So I have taken a few photos. I think I've taken about 10 now. I do need to get some over to the publisher just to make sure they're happy with the quality and things like that. I'm pretty confident that it'll be fine because after all my background is a graphic designer, so I totally understand the need for good quality images. I'm just going to quickly edit some of them now and get them over, so that's done. And then I'm going to carry on taking some more. I'm getting quite a lot done quite quickly, which is good. It's a bonus. Not making too much of a mess yet either.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know.
It is a long time since I spoke to you. It's now the 20th of December. I really wanted to get the book finished before Christmas, but that has not been realistic. A lot of life shit has been happening, quite frankly, a lot of personal stuff, and it has just meant that I have not got round to finishing. It's the Wednesday before Christmas. I had planned to spend all day doing book stuff and I have done nothing. I haven't not done anything, but I've done everything but book stuff. I have cleaned my car, like hoovered the whole inside. I have popped into town to get some last minute Christmas presents. I've been doing general house stuff because the bearded one is ill, so I need to get all of that sorted. I've basically been doing everything possible to avoid doing the book, which is ridiculous because I know that what I have left isn't that much, and I just need to get myself organised. So it's 4 p.m. Probably not the best time to start work for the day, but I am going to. I've got a couple of emails that I need to send first, and then I'm going to just kind of plan and figure out what I need to do. I'm going to be taking some stuff away with me over Christmas to do the book. I've will have my laptop and my iPad to create digital stuff, and I think I'm even going to take my photography equipment and like photograph stuff. That's what the plan is today, is to get organised. But yeah, it's been a lot. Part of me has thought about delaying the book, seeing if that's possible. I've signed a contract. However, I know that I work well to deadlines, and if I delay it, I feel like it's just going to cause more stress. I do have quite a few days when I get back from Christmas, so I'm getting back on the 29th of December. Book's not due until the 8th, which is scary, but I think that's fine. I've got an idea of what I need to do. I've got a plan-ish, kind of. I'm scared, but we're gonna do this. I probably look exhausted at the moment because I am. It's just that kind of end of year feeling right now. Today, I think I'm just going to go through all the photos I've taken, as in like check them off, and then see if there's any that I should do today before I go away, see if there's any that I can take with me, and then finally like order anything that I need to do the shoot, basically. To do the projects. So that's the main thing that I'll be doing after Christmas, is all the little projects, which I still need to write. I'm going to write them over Christmas and get them all done. I've got an idea in my head of everything that I want to create, so it's just a case of getting around and doing it. Yeah, I'm just going to be sat at my desk looking like this, trying to get stuff done. So it is Sunday, it's not Sunday, it's Saturday the 30th of December today. I'm in that weird period between Christmas and New Year that I don't really know what day it is, but what I do know is I have basically a week to finish my book. Over the Christmas period, I worked on more of the written content, and I also created some digital images on my iPad in Procreate, but I didn't do anything else because I wasn't home. So I am now working on getting all the projects photographed and done over the next couple of days. And then on Monday, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot with the bearded one to basically create all the final photos. So I need photos for the chapter sections, like full page images. I also need to do the front cover as well, so I need to come up with a few ideas and suggestions for that. So it's going to be pretty photo heavy over the next few days. You can see that I've still got my setup behind me. I haven't taken this down since I started doing photos for the book. Room is looking like a state as usual, pretty standard. I'm feeling okay. It's going to be a really busy week, a little bit stressed, but I knew this would happen. Something I don't think I've actually mentioned in this video, partly because I haven't mentioned it at all to my audience yet, like as it stands today, but I know I will have mentioned it by the time this video has gone live, is back in November I got diagnosed with ADHD. So when I got approached by this book, part of me was like, let's do this, because that's what I'm like. I just embrace new projects, I just take them on and worry about them later. But initially they did give me a whole year to do this book, and I was like, you could give me 6 months, a year, 2 years. I'm gonna leave it until the last week. And I'm actually quite proud of how much I have managed to do before this last week. The written content's nearly finished. A lot of the photography's done. I have a clear idea in my head what I need to do. I don't feel too panicked. It's definitely gonna be a few long days and late night, but I've started to accept that this is just how I am, this is how I work, it's how I work best. So it's not like a rush job or anything, I just do my best work when I have the pressure of a deadline. And I'm just trying to accept that more rather than get upset or frustrated or anything like that. So some of you are probably watching this like, oh God, you have a week left, like what are you doing? But for me, I'm like thriving right now. Yes, it's stressful. Yes, I'm going to need to chill afterwards. Not that I will, because I'm hosting a massive calligraphy event in February, so that's a whole nother story. But it's when I do my best work. So I'm shooting some content at the moment. So far I've just done this bauble. So I did like an ombre bauble with silver tech. That's going to be fun to kind of show people how to do that. And I'm now about to work on a mug. I thought I'd take you along with me for this little bit, and you can see the chaotic, messy behind the scenes.
smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
Okay, so I've done quite a few projects today. I've done mug, bauble, gift wrap. Was there something else? I'm not sure. Maybe that was it for today. But my studio's looking like a state. Standard Millie behaviour. It's just chaos everywhere. Stuff that's come in from Christmas time, left over from before Christmas, and just me being chaotically messy when I work. This is actually much tidier than it was. So I'm just going to spend the next half an hour sorting out this room and getting it ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow I need to basically finish off all the project-based work, and then Monday the bearded one can help me photograph everything. It's a lot of like content creation heavy stuff at the moment. It's quite intense, but it's got to be done. And then I'm going to sit on the sofa with a glass of wine and just go through the book and kind of redo a little bit. I basically have written out the bulk of the book, but kind of really quickly in from my head, and now I need to go through it and kind of like make it more detailed, build it out a bit more, make it more descriptive, ensure that I'm not missing anything important. It's Sunday the 31st of December at 6 p.m. It's the last day of the year in 2023, and I've just hit the 23,000 words in my book. It needs to be between 23 and 25, so I'm really happy I've got to that. I've also spent the day finishing off all of the projects for the book. It's been a long day. I did take Raven out in the morning for a lovely walk. But yeah, I feel a bit weird going into a new year tomorrow and not really feeling fresh or new or anything. It's my own fault for not getting this done before Christmas. It's what I hoped I could have done, but it's a lot. It's a lot writing a book. But I'm happy I've reached the 23,000. Tomorrow the bearded one's going to do loads of photography with me, which I'm really excited for. And then we're just on the home stretch. It's a case of editing all the photos I've taken, going through the whole book and just making sure it all makes sense and I haven't missed anything. I asked on my Instagram if anybody had any kind of things they wanted help with. So I've got a few here for me to look through. I think I've covered most stuff from looking at it. I'm gonna go and enjoy my New Year's Eve now. Gonna have a nice dinner, drink some Prosecco. Yeah, I feel like my new year isn't going to start until February when I've got this done and my big calligraphy event done as well. So it's a bit of a weird one this year. I'm tired, if you can tell, but I feel good that I have managed to get to this point. I don't feel too scared about this week. It's just going to be a lot. It's going to be heavy. Happy New Year. Good morning. Today is the day we're going to shoot all of the like main big photos for the book. So I need to do full page bleed images for like chapter sections, the cover, all of that. So I'm going to be setting up this table here. We're going to do the front cover first because I feel like that's the most important thing, and it's going to kind of look like a desk basically, but with some calligraphy on it. It is the 1st of January today. It is actually a really beautiful day outside today, and I'm sad that my little disorganised self means that I can't go and just chill and enjoy the day and do a beach walk, but it is what it is. So ignore like the outer stuff.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
So that went really well. We basically managed to do all the photos. There's still a couple more that I need to prepare the materials for, but I'm going to have to do that over this week and then photograph later on. I don't know how much footage I filmed of us doing it because I was so focused on like all of the different photographs we need to take and all the different layouts. I just got so focused into it, so I didn't shoot too much of it, but I think it went well. There's over 400 photos for me to go through, so that's a lot. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Naturally, office is chaos, so I'm going to tidy it up now. I feel like all I'm doing at the moment is taking photos and then tidying. It's a lot. Also, I was going to go for a dog walk, but it's raining outside, so I don't think that's happening. It's Wednesday, the 3rd of January. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you. Yesterday I kind of had a really unproductive day in the day, and then the evening was really good. So basically I needed to shoot a load of photos, but the photos I needed to shoot was for some chapters that I wasn't entirely happy with, but I didn't know why. I just kind of plodded along, cracked on, shot as much other bits as I could, but I just wasn't feeling it. I don't think it also helped that yesterday I got an email saying that the freelance graphic design work that I meant to be doing today was cancelled, which I was like, oh, well, I got a whole extra day to do everything, which is not helpful because I should have just got more done. However, in the evening, I had a bit of like a brainwave. 2 of the chapters I just wasn't happy with. One was the colour and the other is composition. Felt like they were just lacking. And I sat down in the living room, put some music on and wrote a load more. Rearranged stuff, so swapped the colour and composition chapter around. And now the book's nearly at 28,000 words. It's meant to be between 23 and 25, but I don't think it's a massive issue if it's more. I feel like it's better for it to be too many than not enough. I've also got quite a lot of photos too. It's kind of given me more work and less work. I stripped out a lot of photos. I was like, do I really need to do this bit? But then I've also added other things in, which will potentially take a little bit more time. As I said, I'm not doing freelance graphic design work today. I am tomorrow, so I just need to get as much done as possible today. Because ideally Friday, I would like to just spend kind of sorting everything out. I have to split my Word document into like the main book and then the captions. At the moment, I've written the captions within the Word document because, well, I'm using Google Docs. Because it just helped me kind of visualise it better than having 2 separate documents. So there's admin tasks like that I need to do. I just need to get other things prepared, like I need to share 20 keywords for SEO purposes. Yeah, there's like quite a few other things that I need to sort, and I don't really want to be working over the weekend. So we're gonna get as much done as possible today. It's also lovely and sunny outside, and my disco ball is having a little party. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. I forgot to vlog anything again today. I've just been so engrossed getting loads of pictures done, and I've created some pieces that I'm so happy with. So the first one is this, and it's for the composition, that's really hard to say. It's for the planning and composition section in the book. And then I've also done a really cool jacket, and I'm so happy with how it's turned out. It was really fun blending the Posca paints. I've done a couple of jackets before, just for like jobs and stuff, so it was nice to do like a full tutorial, and I just love it. I can't wait to wear it. I think this weekend we're going to go down to the beach and get some photos of me in front of a beach hut wearing it, which will be fun. I did also have a bit of a fail today. I had this idea of doing tea, coffee and sugar pots in glass, and it was like gold writing with like pastel random shapes on, but yeah, the pastel shapes were just really streaky and I just didn't think it looked nice. I did see what it looked like when you put the tea bags in, but it just still looked super streaky. So it's like, it's fine, I'll spray them with alcohol, get rid of all of it. And the gold I've used won't come off. Like, I don't know why it's not coming off. It's one of the Pentel gold pens. It is a really lovely paint pen and it's a lovely shiny gold. Some paint pens that are gold can be a bit dull. It's beautiful, but I don't know why it won't come off. That project might not go in the book at all if I can't get it sorted. I've done most of the pictures. I've got a poem I need to do, and then a couple of watercolour backgrounds, and then I just need to like sit and edit everything. So I think I'm going to take my laptop downstairs now. It is like 7 p.m, but it's going to be a working evening. It's fine. I can relax next week. Good morning. It is a beautifully sunny day today. It's super bright outside. It is Saturday the 6th of January, 2 days until my deadline for my book, and I think today will be my last day working on it. I've got most of it done. I've got a couple more photos that I need to shoot today, projects I need to finish off. The bearded one's going to help me reshoot some of the photos that didn't turn out so great when I was looking at them in editing mode. I spent this morning in bed kind of like compiling lots of little documents. Like I have to do keywords for the book, write a blurb for the book, author bio, things like that. So those are all done. So now it's just time to get the final bits finished. Yay! So the book is looking like this at the moment. It's currently in a Google Docs document. I need to put it into a Word doc and split out all the captions, which are the red text, and put them in a separate document. And then I've created this document, which is just more for my benefit, to make sure I've taken a photo of every single illustration. So you can see quite, well, apart from this section here, let's ignore that section, but quite a lot has been done. Good morning. Whoa, my eye. I am one tired soul this morning. Didn't quite finish off the book yesterday, but that's because I went down to the beach to see a couple of friends who don't live around here, and it was just so nice to catch up with them. And then in the evening I had a bit of a mental health wobble, to be honest, so that's why I'm feeling a little bit drained. But I got quite a lot done yesterday. We've just got a few little bits left. It's mainly just going to be sat at my computer, compiling everything, editing all the final videos, photos, and then sending it over. I think we're going to have a roast this afternoon to have a mini celebration, and then go out at some point to have a proper celebration. Let's see how I get on. It's currently 10:20 on Sunday the 7th of January. Oh my god, my hair. I'm on the final stretch. I'm just having to do the tedious job of splitting out the main text and the captions, and then I've got 4 photos that I need to edit. It's really frustrating that I can't like split myself in 2 for this, because this job is really boring. Just kind of created the captions document, but now I need to remove the captions from the main text, but still keep in where it says like illustration 4.11, for example, so we know where the position of the images will be, but the text won't be like copied and pasted into the main document when the book is being created. So it's just sitting here on chapter 5 now, out of 8 chapters. I just wish that I could also edit these 4 videos at the same time. Videos, I keep saying videos, 4 photos at the same time, because then it'd be done. And then I need to kind of package everything up and send it via WeTransfer, I guess. Hopefully it's not going to be too big. You can see I am nice and cozy Elle and I have a roast on the way, and I'm gonna have a glass of wine when I'm finished as well. Got a little checklist next to me and I've pretty much done all of it. Oh, and Elliot also bought me some lovely flowers. Aren't they cute? It's done. I need to send it, but I did it. I fucking did it. It feels like the cross between a bit of an anticlimax and a massive wave of release. I'm just going to send it all over and it's on to the next steps. Hi guys, I have not spoken to you in quite a while. It's now the 27th of March. I can't even remember the last time that I picked up the vlog camera for the book. Not too much has been happening, but a few exciting things have been happening. But most of them just involve me sitting in front of a laptop, so I haven't picked up the vlog camera, but I want to do today because we're getting to the end of quite a big chapter. So let's explain what's been going on. At the beginning of January, I handed the book over to the publishers. So that was a Word document with all the text, another Word document with captions, all of the photos, all labelled clearly. And then it went over to their team just to check everything was there, and it went to their editor. So that was with the editor for a couple of months, probably about a month actually. And then that came back to me with all of the kind of track changes. Most of the changes were things like punctuation, little bits of grammar, where I may have missed out like a letter on a word, very minor things. So overall they were happy with the book. And then while that was happening, the book cover got designed. So I think I've already mentioned, but something that's quite unusual for this book is they're letting me typeset the book, which basically means I'm laying out the whole book, which is really exciting. However, for the cover, the publisher said they wanted to use their own designer, which I totally understand. The cover is obviously the first thing they see. They are not aware of my design skills, so I appreciate that it's an area that they kind of want to go with people they've worked with before. So the cover got sent to me, I think it was in February time. The first iteration, honestly, I wasn't very happy with. Nothing against them or the designer. I just felt like it didn't suit me as an author or kind of represent the book as a whole. So I was able to share my feedback. We kind of went back and forth, and the final cover got designed and I was so happy with it. Printed it out here. I didn't vlog any of this at the time because quite honestly I was not in a good place. There was just a lot of things going on at the time, and I knew that I just needed to focus on making sure that this cover was the best cover ever without worrying about vlogging it. Later on in this video you will see what the cover looks like. I'm sure you'll have seen it already as this is coming out when the book comes out, but yeah, there was a little bit of a process behind the scenes, just making sure I was really happy with the cover and making sure it's still aligned with the publishers as well. But we got there in the end and I'm so happy. Now we're on to the stage of laying out the book in a designed way. So that's what I'm doing, which is really exciting. It's not how they would normally work. Obviously, most of their authors aren't designers, so this would go to a separate typesetter to do their work. They have given me the honour to do this. It is paid on top of my kind of author, advance and things like that. So I'm kind of seeing this as a separate paid job. So that's also a huge bonus to me as a self-employed person. So yeah, I have probably done about half of the book and the book is due by the end of this month. So it is currently 7:20 in the morning. It is a lovely sunny day outside. I really want to take Raven out, but we're gonna sit down and smash out the book for a couple of hours, and I thought I'd take you guys along with me. So here's a little sneak peek of the book so far. You're probably not surprised that it's all pink and teal. I have laid out quite a few of the chapters. I'm currently on the colour chapter, so yeah, I'm just gonna get cracking. Hi guys, so classic one in this video is I haven't spoken to you for ages. The publishing industry is just like very slow paced compared to what I'm used to. Not just in calligraphy, but in the graphic design world as well. I'm very used to like super tight deadlines, but it's a lot more chill, which I'm not hating. It's actually a bank holiday today, but I've decided to work because I've got Friday off. And I've just, well, last week I got the PDF back from the proofreader with all of their amends. So I'm basically just going through the PDF with their comments and then applying it to the InDesign file. So here we have comments on the right hand side. So I'm just going through these and then I'm just tweaking them in the InDesign file. I've also got some other amends I need to do. So I've got some images that I need to reshoot because I wasn't happy, ones that need editing. And yeah, it's just starting to wrap up. I think they want it to be finished by the end of May. So that's when it'll go off to print at the beginning of June. So it's been a year in the making so far, and I can't believe we're at this point. Also have my lovely friend Maz read through the book, because imposter syndrome has hit hard, guys. Like, I think partly because I'm laying it out as well. I'm like, is this book good? I don't know anymore at this point. I don't know. But she said it is good, and that's kind of reassuring that someone who is a calligrapher has said that it is good, because yeah, imposter syndrome is hitting hard. However, I'm very excited for the next steps for marketing and sharing with you guys. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here, go through those comments and crack on. Who knows when I'll next speak to you? Might be tomorrow, might be in a month's time. This process has been different. It is Monday the 27th of May and I am exporting my book. I'm exporting it as a print ready high-res PDF. I've just spent the afternoon doing all of my final artworking checks. So that's things like making sure images line up, making sure they're all good enough quality, ensuring I've done a spell check, doing all the typesetting, making sure it's perfect basically. I also had a couple of mends to do from the publisher too, and it's done. I've had a really lovely email from the publisher saying that they think it's such a beautiful book and they're really looking forward to it getting published, which is so weird to say. I know this vlog has been super sporadic, and that's because it just takes a really long time in the publishing world to get a book finalised. I've spent the past few weeks going back and forth with a couple of mends, getting everything perfect basically, and now it's going off. So the next stage will be contacting the Crowwood team and talking to them about marketing, see what happens there. I would absolutely love to do a pre-order on my website. I can then also add messages into the book, so we will see if that's possible. Oh, I haven't updated you actually. So a couple of weeks ago, one of my followers said they bought my book on Amazon, and I was like, what? I did not know it was even on there. We haven't even shared the cover or anything. And after speaking with the publisher, I basically found out that Amazon gets their information from wholesalers. So they've just taken that information, taken the cover image, taken the price, and slapped a publishing date on there, which is apparently 24th of September, but the publishers haven't agreed to that. And basically they take people's money and keep it in their bank account, making interest on that money when there's not even a guarantee when the book will come out. So yeah, I went from feeling a bit gutted that it was on Amazon initially because I was a bit surprised, and obviously the publisher hadn't spoken to me, but the publisher sent a really clear, great email just explaining the situation. And basically Amazon is the bane of their life when it comes to publishing a book. Sorry if this is really chopping and changing a bit. The memory card keeps filling up and then the battery keeps dying. This is what happens when you don't vlog or use the camera regularly. Yeah, I can't wait for the next step. So the next step will be marketing, getting it out there, sharing the cover, which I don't even know if I've shared on this vlog yet. It's been such a lengthy process and such a great one too. I'm so honoured that Crowwood trusted me to design the book, typeset the book as well. So yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like in real life. Hi, I haven't spoken to you guys in a really long time. I'm here for probably most exciting piece of post that I've ever received. I have my book. I've been sent my book. I haven't opened this yet. I wanted to do a little reaction video for you guys and also for Instagram. I'm not going to go live. I think I just need to like have this for myself, but I will still film it. But my book is here. Like, I can't believe it. This was such a labour of love, and when I was writing this and doing a lot of the photos and all of that, all of the main part, I was going through an ADHD diagnosis. I'd just been diagnosed, and I'm just so incredibly proud that I did this. I've achieved this. Like, no matter what life has thrown at me, I have managed to write this book, and I can't believe I've done that, basically. I'm just gonna get my phone set up and then we're going to unpackage this book. Let's do this. I'm probably gonna speak to that camera, which is my phone, but this is for you guys as well, in case you didn't see this on Instagram. Why am I nervous? My book has just arrived. I wanted to unbox it with you guys. Unbox it, unpackage it, just a first reaction to seeing what it looks like. Oh, I think I need some scissors. Okay, it's wrapped in bubble wrap. Oh my goodness. I'm like shaking. It's come out so nicely. I'm so happy. All the pictures look so good. I can't show you many of the pages, but I'll just show you the contents page to give you an idea of what's inside. I have a book, like that's got my name on it. It just feels so surreal. I did it. I can't wait. I need a moment. I bloody did it. Very soon I'm officially going to be a published author. I think I just need to go compose myself now. But I just want to say thank you to every single one of you for helping me achieve this, because I couldn't have done it without you. That was a lot more emotional than I expected. I've got a lot of personal things going on at the moment, and that mixed with this is a lot. I just need to remember to be really proud of what I've achieved and to celebrate that, and I am really proud. So proud I've done this. Just fucking managed to record it without the fucking microphone, so it doesn't have any volume, any sound. But luckily I recorded it on this, so I can take the sound from this camera, put it on there. Just means it's going to take a little extra time to edit, but it is what it is. I'm an idiot. Good morning, you lovely humans. I haven't filmed in a little while. What's new with this video? It's just me popping up every so often. But today is 12th of September and I'm off to do a little photo shoot. So the lovely Beth from Folio Creative did my brand photos, I think last year or the year before, I can't remember now. And she said that she could do a mini shoot with me and my book. So I just thought it'd be really cool. Some of her photos are actually in the book as well, so her name's in the book. It just feels like we need to do this. So I am off to a cute cafe called Little Pickle at the Mill, which is in Wimborne, and we're just going to do like a half-hour shoot with the book. And yeah, I just thought I'd take you guys along with me. Say hello! Yeah, we're famous now.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Nights without sleeping 'cause you fear the night, and days without eating 'cause it ain't enough for two, and it's all...
Oh my god, I'm shaking. So I just put pre-orders live on Instagram and my website, and literally at the same time I got an email from the publisher to say that the distributors have received the book today. They have a couple of things they need to do, so it's going to be published on Tuesday next week, which is so much earlier than I thought. I thought it wasn't going to be until October. It's like the 20th of September today. I've literally just been running around trying to find my camera because I didn't know where it was, but I'm going to be a published author next week. So this takes me to today, which is the 23rd of September, and it's the day before publication day. So I realised when I was editing this, I basically did none of the filming for the prep for the pre-orders. Basically, I thought the pre-orders would go on for a little while longer and this video would come out during the pre-orders. However, I shared pre-orders last week with my email list and my friends and family and got a really big reaction response to that. And then on Friday, I posted them publicly, and at the same time I got told that my book is being published on Tuesday. So pre-orders was a lot quicker than I expected, but I wanted to sell 50 copies and I did. I did that yesterday. I can't believe that. I wanted it to be limited because I am signing them. I also have bookmarks to make for some of the orders, which I'm very excited about. One thing I did just want to say at the end is I speak quite a lot about personal things that happened throughout this vlog, and I think it's quite obvious that there were times when I was not in a good place. It was a really difficult year and a half, and it kind of is at the moment, to be honest. Things from family being in and out of hospital, me needing to care for various family members for various illnesses and ailments, finding out that I have ADHD, and since then having a really bad time with the mental health team and kind of feeling a bit neglected with that. I fast forward to now, I'm now on ADHD medication and kind of figuring that out too. Alongside all of that, I was working regularly as a freelancer for design agencies and another client. I did the Calligraphy Collective back in February, so that was happening all at the same time as when I needed to finish the book. And honestly, I got to February and I was really burnt out, and I think you can kind of tell there. So this year for me, I've kind of taken a back step and taken it a little bit slower, which is why I haven't been on YouTube as much. But things are shifting and I'm learning to kind of look after myself more, put myself first and relax a bit. So hopefully you can kind of start to see that a bit more, that the burnout isn't as real. I don't share personal stuff very often, especially on Instagram anymore, but I just kind of wanted to share that with you because I'm so incredibly proud of what I achieved considering everything that has happened in the past year and a half, and I just can't believe we've got to this point. I'll be leaving links in the description below where you can buy this book. So the pre-orders are no longer on my website. I won't be selling them on my website as a permanent basis. I may be selling them at events if I do workshops and things like that. You will be able to buy it on various different websites, so please see the links below if you were wanting to get a copy. All orders mean so much to me, and also reviews as well, so wherever you buy it from, please leave a review. It means the world. And if you bought it on my website, you can go leave a review on places like Amazon too, because that massively supports me, so make sure you go and do that. I just want to say a huge thank you if you stuck around till the end of this. If you have, leave a little book emoji so I know that you have stuck around. This has been a completely wild adventure, and I just can't believe it's kind of over now. I do have a little launch party I'm hosting in Bournemouth very soon. I'm sure I'll do some vlogs behind the scenes of that, because I just really want to get back into YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild journey, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!